What is up, ATG traders? This is Munya and welcome back to my trading channel. Today I've brought to you guys a two-in-one boom and crash strategy that you can use for both spike catching and scalping. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you guys how to set up this strategy, and then I'll also explain to you guys how to use it perfectly, right? So as usual, we're going to talk about the settings for the strategy, and then we'll also talk about the conditions for spike catching and the conditions for scalping. Okay, so by the end of this video you should have something like this on your charts, which will allow you to be to scalp and to do spike catching. Okay, so as usual, if you are new to this channel, make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you are notified each and every time I post videos like this. This will allow you not to miss any of the uploads and updates I do to strategies here on this channel. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure you have turned on your notification bell. Okay, you can also go check out my second channel where I also do in-depth analysis and live trading sessions, right? The link is in the description box below. Go ahead and subscribe to my second channel. Also click the notification bell so that you are notified each and every time I do live trading sessions, right? I know a lot of you guys want me to practice these strategies and want me to do some live trading sessions with them, some analysis. So make sure you are part of the second channel and you will be able to receive that. Okay, there's a Telegram channel where I post strategies, where I post signals, where I post anything to do with trading. The link is in the description box below. It's completely free to join. It's just a trading community where we post our results, where we post our strategies, where we post anything and the services that we offer at ATG. So be sure to join. It's completely free. We're over 6,000 traders in that channel and it's growing. So be part of the biggest trading community right now. Okay, the link is in the description box below. All you have to do is to click it and it will take you straight to my Telegram channel. Okay, if you want to be trading what you are trading right now and you don't have them on your broker, please make sure you sign up for free with our broker. I left a link in the description box below and you'll be able to trade these indices that I'm trading right now. Be able to get the same market conditions as me, quick withdrawals, a great support team that they have. They have a minimum deposit of $1, so they're quite a good broker. So make sure you sign up with them and set up your account. It only takes like 5 minutes or so. It's an easy setup, right? So let's talk about today's business. I said we're going to divide this strategy into two parts: the spike catching side and then the scalping side. Okay, so this strategy has the simplest settings that you will find. Let's just do the process of installing these indicators. The first indicator that we're going to need is the Ichimoku, right? So I'm going to look for the Ichimoku, which is right here. And this Ichimoku will have the following properties: a Tenkan Sen of 9, the next one, Kijun Sen of 9, and then span B of 52. And then the fill, make sure you enable it, right? If you have a box, make sure you tick it. If you have a slider like mine, make sure you swipe it to the right to be enabled, right? And then on the styling, we are only going to style our first two properties. That is the Tenkan Sen and then Kijun Sen. We're just going to change the colors to blue for the first two, and then the rest you keep them as white or as the color of your background, right? So I have a white background, so I chose the last three to be white. If you have a black background, the last three should be black, and then you're going to click on done, right? And you should have something like this on your charts. Okay, now the next indicator that we want is the stochastic, right? So I'm going to go to indicators, then look for the stochastic oscillator, which is right here. And this stochastic oscillator will have the following properties: a percentage K period of 1, a percentage D period of 1, a slowing of 1, price field of low high, method of simple, levels. We're going to need two levels. We're going to need level 20, which we're going to describe or label as support, and we're going to need level 80, which we're going to label as resistance. Then I'm going to go back to my properties and we're left with styling the stochastic oscillator, and the style should just be the color of your background for both the main and the signal, right? So I have a white background, that's why you see those two colors are white. If you have a black background, just click black for both of those, right? Then you're going to click on done, and you should have something like this at first. The indicator window one should just be showing your resistance level and your support level, right? Once you're done with that, you're simply going to go back to your indicators, then choose or click where it says indicator window one, and we're going to install our last indicator, which is the Ichimoku right here. And this Ichimoku is going to have the same settings as the first Ichimoku that we installed. So what you simply do is click on done. There's nothing that you're going to change, right? And then you have the full settings for the strategy, right? So what's now left is, of course, knowing when to buy and when to sell, spike catching, the conditions, and your take profit and stop loss levels. Okay, this is what we're going to discuss now. Don't forget to go to my second channel and subscribe. I've left a link in the description box below. We're doing a giveaway, so you'll also be part of the giveaway if you subscribe, and you'll be able to hear the conditions and some live trades that we do at that channel. Okay, so how are we going to be using this strategy? Let me start off with boom. The first thing that we need to clarify is the time frames and the zoom levels, right? So the zoom level, we're basically going to use the second from last zoom level or the third from last zoom level. It won't really matter because you'll just be seeing the same thing. So I prefer the third from last zoom level, so you can actually use that one as well, right? So we're going to be taking our entries from the 1 minute time frame, but we're also going to be doing some top-down analysis, right? Top-down analysis is whereby we start from a higher time frame, we check the trend, and then we move to the time frame that we want for entries. So I decided that I'm going to be looking for the trend from the 1 hour time frame, right? So this is boom 500. I'm on my 1 hour time frame, and I want to look for when I can start doing some spike catching. So this is what you do. You go to your index. For this example, we are on boom. I went to my boom 500 index. You go to your 1 hour time frame, right? You check the trend. How do you check the trend? If on your main chart the candlesticks are above the blue line, it means you are now in an uptrend. If they are below your blue line, it means you're in a downtrend. So what I have noticed is from here going this side, we are now in an uptrend, which means for spike catching, this strategy is at its peak. You have the best probabilities. You have the most probability of catching spikes if you are in an uptrend on boom, right? So if I've established that we're in an uptrend, which means that when I go back to my 1 minute time frame, I'm going to be looking for buy opportunities from anywhere within my box. You still remember the box that I marked? From anywhere within my box, I'm going to be looking for buy setup. So from this point, let me just highlight it in a different way rather than putting this box. I'm going to put this red vertical line here. This is what marks everything which is on my right is in an uptrend. So this is what marks the beginning of my trend, right? So I'm going to look for that red line that I marked, which is just moved it, which starts somewhere around here, right? So it starts here, and I know everything else to my right is in an uptrend, right? So which means that I'll be looking for buy trades going to my right. The second condition is, I don't know if it's the second, is the Ichimoku, or this blue line at the indicator window 1 at the bottom right here should touch my support level, obviously, right? If you want to be entering into a buy trade, you have to be at support, right? That's condition number 2, right? Then you're only going to enter into a trade when condition number 3 has been met, right? So all 3 have to be met. Condition number 3 says you're going to go to your main chart and you're going to look at your candlesticks, right? So for boom, you're going to check if these red candlesticks touch the blue line. So what will happen is you're going to miss the first spike. That's going to happen. You're going to miss this first spike, and then after it happens, you're going to be monitoring your charts and checking if this bearish candlestick, or the red ones, move back down to touch the blue line. The moment they touch the blue line, which they did here, let me just highlight it so that it's clear for everyone. They did that there. That was going to be your entry point. You're going to press buy, and as you can see, the spike followed, right? Same thing here. The spike followed, the bearish candlestick or the red lines came back to touch the blue line. You're going to press buy again, right? So it just depends on what stage you would have gotten your entries, right? So let me just remove this so that we can move on to the next section. Okay, same thing happened here. You are going to miss this first spike, and then you are going to check for your bearish candlesticks or for your red candlesticks to touch the blue line, and they did, and you're going to catch that spike. So this is all you have to do. This is all you have to do. You can look for more and more examples, but this is basically what you have to do. Same thing happened here again. I'm just going to put, same thing happened here. That was going to be your entry point, and you were going to enter into a buy trade just after we are coming from support, right? So this is how we do your spike catching. This is how your entries will be like. So we can go on and on and on, pointing out examples, but what I want to do now is go to crash and explain the reverse of the strategy, right? So for crash, same procedure. You're going to start from your 1 hour time frame. You're going to establish your trends, and we said you get the trend when candlesticks are below your blue line. It means you're in a downtrend. So it means from here going to my right, we are now in a downtrend. So what I'll simply do is go back to my 1 minute time frame, because we said that's the entry points. That's where you get your entry points. And I'm going to look for that red line, and it starts here, right? It starts here. And now basically the same procedure. You're going to miss the first spike. So this spike, you missed it, right? Then you're going to wait this time for these green candlesticks to come back and touch the blue line. And then when they do, that's your entry point. Spikes are going to follow, right? And as you can see, the market moved down. Going to look for another example where we reached our resistance. Right here, we were at resistance. You're going to miss this first spike. You're going to wait for candlesticks to come to touch the blue line, and when they do, you can see that spikes will fall low, right? So don't cut corners. Just make sure you are at resistance level right here. Again, I'm just going to put this red line to avoid being repetitive, but that's another entry point. Okay, so this is the spike catching section for this strategy. But as you already know, you have to know how to scalp if you want to know how to catch spikes. right? So basically now for scalping, you're just going to be doing the opposite. If you know that you are at support and you are on crash, it means you're now looking for buy opportunities. But the way you're going to be doing your buy opportunities is, firstly, let's say if you're on crash and you want to be buying, you have to be at support, right? And then so you're going to wait until you're at support like that, and then after you have established that you're at support, all you have to do now is to wait for the candlesticks to cross the blue line, and you know that our candlesticks or our market is going to be now moving above these blue lines going up. So it will be a little bit tricky because spikes will be coming, but there will be small spikes, as you can see. So you'll be sort of like doing some position trading and holding, because the spikes will be so small, but the returns will be bigger. Okay, so I'm not going to say much about this because I think it's pretty much self-explanatory. You have to know how to scalp if you want to know how to catch spikes. Okay, so that will be all for this video. Until next time.